So I made the switch from PC to Mac about a year ago, mainly because I wanted a more versatile setup. And in that time I've accumulated a few products which I think have really expanded on and improved my experience of using my MacBook. And I'm going to run you through those products today. Full disclaimer, I've only purchased one of the products in this video with my own money, but this video is not sponsored whatsoever. I just happened to get these products from previous collaborations and I just kept using them because they were that good. Probably the most interesting to me is this Thunderbolt 3 dock from PLUGABLE, specifically named the PLUGABLE TB-T3UDZ. For a lot of people, a good Thunderbolt dock is the basis of a MacBook desk setup, even if they do cost a shed load of money. When PLUGABLE reached out to me, they actually offered me the Thunderbolt 4 dock, but Thunderbolt 4 is known to have problems with cam links, so I opted for the Thunderbolt 3 instead. Being a TikTok creator, I use a cam link every day, so I couldn't really afford to have problems with my cam link setup. Right now I have my camera link, audio interface, capture card, and my 4K monitor all plugged in via this single cable that connects it to the MacBook, and the dock itself provides 96 watt charging. The fast charging is great since my Mac holds itself at around 80% charge, and when I want to take it with me for a few hours or even a day, I can tell it to charge to full and it does so very quickly. Other features include gigabit Ethernet, 10 gigabit front USBs, SD card readers, and an audio jack. Another pro is the rubber base it's sat in, which makes it super easy to plug devices in without the dock moving about. So far it's worked without any hiccups and it's really helped expand my desk setup's capabilities when it comes to connectivity. Now, if you're serious about keeping your digital life secure, then you can't really do better than a physical security key. I currently use these YUBIKEYs for my important accounts, and yes, you're supposed to have at least two in case you lose or worse, destroy one. The YUBIKEY 5C works via USB-C or NFC, but YUBIKEY do a handful of other keys dedicated to different specific needs. They're designed to be tough, and I know for a fact that these are waterproof because I keep one on my keys, and it rains a lot here in the UK. You can also store two-factor authentication codes on the device for websites that don't support security keys, although I'm yet to use this feature, so I can't comment on how well it works. £50 a key is enough to keep accounts safe, which also means a £100 investment for a name brand key like YUBIKEY. But at the same time, how often do you lose your house keys? Providing you treat these keys well and have designated places for them, I believe they'll last a long time. Moving on to an accessory that you'll use constantly, a good keyboard. I firmly believe that the Keychron K2V2 is the best pre-built Mac keyboard that you can get for the price, just because it ticks all the boxes. You get a couple of options for switches, and I opted for browns. The 75% form factor keeps it from taking over the entire desk, whilst providing 90% of people with all the keys they need. And it can be used wired or wireless with around a month of battery life. It has Mac keycaps by default, but comes with extra ones in case you use Windows, and you can also opt for more premium materials like this aluminium frame. As a content creator, I also appreciate this dedicated screenshot button. I have to capture snippets of news articles daily, and having a specific button makes things much easier. Switching between multiple devices is also super easy and can be done by holding the FN key and pressing 1, 2, or 3. The only problem with this keyboard is that it doesn't display the battery percentage inside the macOS Bluetooth menu. Instead, you have to hold the function key plus B, and the LEDs will display either green, blue, or red depending on the battery level. That's a nitpick, and to be honest, this is the first keyboard I've ever owned that I've never felt the need to upgrade whatsoever. I'm perfectly happy with it and would recommend it to anyone looking for a quality pre-built keyboard. Moving across the desk pad, we have the Logitech MX Master, not the Mac Edition, as the only difference is that the Mac Edition does not include a 2.4 GHz adapter. Like the keyboard, this is the first mouse I've owned that I have no intention of upgrading, except to the newer generations of MX Master. It's super ergonomic, especially for hands on the bigger side, whilst also looking really cool and unique. I use it via Bluetooth, and it has the ability to quickly swap between 3 separate devices. The battery life on this thing has been insane, and I can probably count how many times I've charged it on both hands. The non-Mac version still shows the battery life in the Bluetooth menu, which is an added bonus. It features an infinite scroll wheel and a side scroll wheel, which has become an absolute essential for video editing. There's also back and forward buttons, as well as an integrator button where your thumb rests, although I never use these. The first generation of this mouse, which I have, has one major drawback, that being micro USB for charging. Other than a random power bank I have, this is my only remaining device to use micro USB. However, the nearly £100 price to upgrade to the newest generation with Type-C is just not justifiable for me at this time. I hope one or more of the products in this video have interested you, and if they have, there'll be links in the description below. And thank you for watching.